guys and girls, how's it going? Okay, I made it back to the AT Lodge. This is my second full day of rest. I'll be leaving first thing in the morning, get back on the trail. Leaving from the ranger station at Mount Katahdin, and I'm going to go south on the trail for about 9 miles to A-Ball Bridge. But that being said, I'm going to show you my little supply gig that I've got going here. First thing is stopped at GNC at Rite Aid up there. Everything's in one spot, and basically picked up some Mega Men, some vitamins. I want to make sure my nutrition levels are at maximum. I took these when I was in the Army back in whenever. I don't like to reveal my age, but anyway, back in the Army days I took it, and I actually gained a lot of muscle and weight and a lot of strength from taking these, and I'm hoping with the natural water and a lot of the natural springs up here at northern Maine, less humanity, cleaner the water, of course, and I'm hoping with the mix of the synergy of the minerals from the water and the vitamins here, the macro nutrients, the micros, and the mix should be amazing as far as my strength levels. Also, I'm loving the Dollar Tree. There's not one back home, so in the cities closer to the big towns they are, of course, but check this out, a buck, sunshine. Look how cool. Next thing I got is a little itty bitty light for my ridge line on my hammock. Yes, I'm taking two lights. I'm taking a Reactic Petzl. It was on sale. Retail was 120 bucks. If you haven't seen my other videos, it was 120 bucks. I got it on sale for like 69 bucks, and this thing's 300 lumens. Tell you a quick story about it real fast. It's in my gear over there. I'll pull it out later. But the other night when I went to the other day, I went to Katahdin, where I'm so fat and out of shape. Everybody in the world passed me up, and on the way up, everybody in the world passed me back down. So I went from zero exercise from the last year to 10 miles in one day, and that was pretty rough. We went on a 6,300 mile motorcycle trip back in June. Got back in the latter part of July. It took us 3 weeks. So we stayed on the road and ate like kings. No exercise except the vibration of the bike, which is really good for your back, by the way, if you've never done any long distance motorcycle riding. And so what happened, I turned around and got back, and I spent an entire month prepping for the trip. And as far as mentally and logistically, not physically, that was a mistake. But anyway, needless to say, I was the last one off the trail. But something really cool happened. Going up, I topped out at the gate, what they call the gate, and I passed a few of these girls, college girls from various different states, but they were in a group together, and I'd pass them up, then they'd pass me up. We flip-flopped a lot. They had a slow person like me within the group, but they were really cool. So we topped out, and when we topped out, I was sitting there like a cow, giving birth, panting. I couldn't breathe. Oh, I was dead. And they went over there at the edge and looking over that beautiful precipice, and they're sitting there eating lunch, and one of them, the one I call Peanut, looked over her shoulder and said, "Hey, mister, you want a PB&J?" And I said, "Nah," because I'm thinking about going a keto way. And all of a sudden, I think I may have even caught a whiff of that peanut butter. I said, "Yes, ma'am, I will." I went over there, we sat down, and we broke bread together, and she fed me. That's like my first really big-time true trail angel, and although she was a day hiker. And that sandwich, which I'll cut in the video here to show you a picture of her and the sandwich and the girls, it hit the spot. I mean, it took me, I don't know, maybe 5-6 hours to get up there. But it was, and I had 2 miles to go. So I got there, left at 7:45, and I got at the gate approximately 2 p.m. and I got on top after that approximately 3:45. To give you an idea of how. But again, that's a fat man's attrition time. So that being said, she broke up that sandwich, hit the spot, and I really appreciated it. So what happened is they turned around, and they passed me up on the flat, the little boulder flat, and I stopped to get water, and which to my demise, my water filter went out. So I did get some out of it, but then after that I topped out about 3:45. I stayed there about 15 minutes to picture thing, reminiscing, saying some prayers, little personal video to my bro, and stuff like that, and really exhilarating. Needless to say, that night we were the last ones on the top around 4 o'clock, and needless to say, when we left, I left first. I said, girls, I'll just catch up with you later. And they came down, and as they came down, they I was in a sort of kind of semi-hurry to get back, which I shouldn't be in a hurry, but the ranger station, I didn't know how long they'd hold my pack, and I'll tell you a little bit more about that later, because I didn't have a camping spot. But I met a really cool couple. By the way, kudos, Nick, if you're watching this, man. Love you guys. You guys were cool too. They gave me a spot, let me chill out beside their lean-to, and the ranger said it was cool. Needless to say, I arranged that instead of them having to bring me back to the AT Lodge. Well, on the way down, it started getting dark, of course. And as we went, there's a big attrition rate going down. Going downhill of Katahdin, if you're out of shape, I hurt more going down than coming up. My feet shifted in my shoes, and I started getting some warm spot on my toes. But the shoes are still held up, the Speedgoat 2s, and I'll probably show you a picture here. So that being said, like them so far. So I went down, big time attrition rate, and got down there, and when I got down there, going down the mountain, as I went, I stopped a couple times and waited on the girls because I was worried about them, because when I talked to them, they didn't have a flashlight. And I knew I was the slowest last one, and I thought they'd bypass me. But I was, like I say, I was sort of kind of in a push to get to the ranger station, because that really concerned me, and it sort of kind of upset me, the fact that I'd have to get back if I didn't have a camping permit for a lean-to. But I had prior that day at noon, they already promised me I can chill with them as far as Nick goes and his wife. So basically, I knew I had a place, but I didn't know how long they'd stay open for my backpack. And so that gave me a little urgency going down, which I was already exhausted. So it took me about 12 and a half, 13 hours round trip. But that's me. It's me out of shape and not prepared. But it's cool, you know. I'm down. There's a price to pay for victory. Always a price. Don't ever quit. If you guys do this, don't ever quit. Don't let that first push as a southbounder bust you. So come prepared. Come prepared mentally. I had mental and I had the logistics, but I didn't know it was a boulder climb and not a hike. It is not a hike on Katahdin. It's a boulder climb. And there's several different levels, which I'll give you a breakdown, personal breakdown of what I feel it is, but that's the majority of what it is. So that being said, it started getting dark, and I waited for the girls for a while, and they showed up, and my water filter broke, and here came my trail angel and the girls, and Peanut, you're awesome, you rock. So she came by, and so the girls, I waited for them. I knew they didn't have a light, so the girls, here's the deal. I've got a light, and I've a strong light, and they had a little pin light, and I said, if we get caught, I'll back you up, and we'll push out of here together. So I was thirsty. I was so thirsty because my filter went out, and like I said, I'm type 2 diabetic at the moment, and I hope God will heal me. Plus, the trail itself will knock off the 40 pounds, 50 pounds off of me. But that being said, so we went out, and I had to push a little ahead because it was way too slow. And finally, when at the edge of dark, they still haven't caught up, and well, backing up. Sorry. So I was out of water, and she turned around, and I said, honey, can I have some water? I was thirsty. She said, yeah. She smiled real big and gave me that bottle of water. I gave it back to her. I just drank a little bit, just enough to kill my fears of as a type 2 diabetic. My biggest thing is thirst all the time. And that water, just like it was gold, it was like her peanut butter sandwich. And if I had $1 million, I'd be giving her some of that money right now. So anyway, that being said, gave me a little bit of water. They were slow, so I kept pushing ahead, and I waited on them in different sections. And as we got down, it was getting real dark in those hollows and those under the tree once we got to the tree line. So I waited, and finally they called up. Well, needless to say, they turned around, and they caught up with me, and it was dark. It was literally dark. So I turned on the big light. one girl with a pin light got in front, and I shine the light in front of us at an angle to where it's super bright 300 lumens, and I really like the Petzl series. It rocks at the 300 lumen plus. I never thought I'd actually have to use it, but I used it that night, and it put us all four off the trail, through the trail, with plenty of light without breaking our ankles. You know, I stumbled a little bit, so did one of the girls. It was rough, but I kept the light so we can all see. That needless to say, we got down to the bottom and hit that first campsite, and everybody started cheering for us, man. Everybody started cheering for us, and you know, it was a victory. I was the last one because I brought the girls' backside, and it was a victory. So we got down there, and I said goodbye to the girls, and they went on home. And I went over to the ranger station, and it was still up at 8 p.m. I guess we were worried about that one car, the day hikers, the girls, and me. And I had my pack waiting, and so they were cool. A little bit after 8 p.m., and kudos to the park rangers. Appreciate you waiting. Appreciate you being nice to me. If anybody sees this from there, you guys are cool. I'm down. So that was my little section on that, and I'll do some little intros and outros with this video with what is it called, a B-roll? I'll give you some B-roll footage, which I'm sure you've already seen if we go continue on this. So that being said, got me a little laser light. That's not what I wanted. The little super light LED that I can keep. I have light fetishes. I've got a little lantern, itty bitty lantern, super lightweight, and of course the Petzl on this one. So this right here helped me as far as hanging from my hammock ridge line. The next thing is another thing of the energy blend compared to the sunshine blend. $1 at the Dollar Tree, which I had no idea. Now here is the king of my snacks. Done some research on the keto system when I was prepping, because I really want to get my body in ketosis and burn the fat as jet fuel, and I want to get into intermediate fasting, which means you have an 8-hour period to eat. So these almonds, I want to show you something about $1 a piece. Now look how cool this is. Almonds, salted. So I've got my salt. Only 2 net carbs, 2 grams. And if you can see it, look at the calories. I've got 340 calories. There's 2 servings times 170. I think that's 340, give or take. Yeah, 340 calories for one little $1 bag. Dun dun dun. So when you get here to the AT Lodge, if you stay here or in town, don't lock it. That's what you want to get. Even if you're not on keto, you can't go wrong with that price. And Family Dollar, the Dollar Tree didn't pay me to advertise. So I got several packs of those. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. Okay, I got 4 packs of those. Oh, my bad, 5. Now, oh, my bad, 6. Forgot how many I got. I guess I got excited. Oh, and I got a sewing kit. Now, I'm not taking the sewing kit. I'm taking the needles out of the sewing kit. Okay, and with the sewing kit, which I'm not taking the thread either, I'm taking dental floss. The dental floss is super strong. I hope to God none of my pack blows out, because it is one of the lightest packs at that size that Osprey makes. So hopefully nothing breaks on me, and if it did, I will. And I didn't get this idea. I was watching a cool girl. What was her name? Homemade Wanderlust. I watched some of her videos. I loved watching her videos. She's really down to earth and really good knowledgeable now, because I think she's a Triple Crown or finishing up right now. But anyway, so her pack blew out, or something blew out on her backpack that she had to try to get fixed or whatever. But in country, she actually used dental floss, super strong dental floss, and a needle. And hopefully that would be my repair kit. The only thing I forgot that I wish I brought was duct tape. The duct tape is very important. I had some around my canister fuel for my pocket rocket, but I decided to go with my gas stove instead. I've got the pocket rocket itself super lightweight. It was worth to me to carry the few ounces in with me if I decide to go for some hot fuel, but I'm mostly going cold food, but with coffee and tea to get me moving in the mornings. It just tastes real good. And also I'm going to celebrate some big victories with some mountain houses and other freeze dried. So that was the deal on that. And so anyway, that's it, guys. Peace out.